Good day, all, and we thank God for yet another time of optimizing your opportunities. We are looking at financial planning, and we've talked about various aspects of it. In episode 3, we talked about the reasons why we do not save, or some people do not save. And we looked at the fact that people do not plan, people do not budget. We also looked at peer pressure. We looked at societal perceptions. We also looked at lack of confidence in the financial sector, overspending, and then also really not knowing about the need for savings and investment. That is ignorance in savings and investment. Today in episode 4, we are going to look at where we have to save or where we can put our monies. And it is very obvious that once you want to save, you want to keep your money away from you. You want to keep your money away or keep it at a place where it will be very difficult for you to go and take it, or where you have to think through before you go and take the money, because that savings is meant for something. So one, where do you have to save? There are so many places that one can save. But I quickly want us to look at Luke 19, verse 23. Jesus made a statement and said, "Why then did you not put my money in the bank, that at my coming I might have collected it with interest?" Okay, so this means that the bank is the obvious place that one would be expected to put one's money. This is simply because putting your money in the bank gives you a sense of security, and not just that your funds are actually secured. It's not easily reachable. So before you go and take the money, you would have thought through and really finding out whether it's very necessary to go and take the money. Also, to putting your savings in a bank or your monies in the bank in a savings account will also generate some form of interest. And this interest will hedge against inflation, in the sense that the interest you are getting will help you to maintain the value of the savings or the monies that you have put in the bank. So the bank is one good place that you can put your monies. It is important for you to know the kind of accounts that banks have. But for the purposes of this, and if you are looking at savings, which we are, the right account is a savings account, an account that will generate some sort of additional interest to the monies that you have put there. Now, there are different types of also savings accounts in banks, and some of them are semi-investment accounts. First of all, you have like a fixed deposit account where you fix the savings for a particular time before you go and withdraw it. You have your certificate of deposits. You can put your monies there. Also, you have the treasury bills. That is what we call the money market instruments, like treasury bills, that you can also put your monies there. So when you go to the bank and your intention is to save, it is important for you to ask them the type of savings accounts you can put your monies in. And it's also important for you to know the limitations to maintaining those accounts, because some of the accounts you cannot withdraw, they have limitations. So you need to know about all that. One other place that you can also put your savings is credit unions. Most institutions have credit unions. Most churches and organizations have credit unions. So you could also use credit unions to save. And then we have other financial, non-banking financial institutions, like the microfinance institutions. You also can put your monies there. But a lot of caution is required when you are putting your money or you are taking your savings to a microfinance. You need to do your due diligence to make sure that it's very credible and you are dealing with the right people and they have a very good track record. You also have savings and loans institutions too that you can also keep your monies in. We also have what we call the peer-to-peer savings, where people form a group and then every month they contribute towards a fund and then one person takes the money. That is also available. But in all these things, you need to be very, very careful in what you do. Also, you can choose to keep your monies or savings in your house, but that is not the best. I will not recommend that because it's easily accessible, and just in case there's a break-in or theft, you will be vulnerable. So you need to have all these things in mind. So these are some of the places where you can take your monies if you want to save the monies. Now, the next thing I just briefly want to talk about is how much should I save? We will look at how much one can save next week by God's grace in episode 5. But the golden rule is that spend less than you earn and pay God first, pay yourself second. How much do you have to save? Pay God first and pay yourself second. You pay God first by paying your tithes, and then the second is what you save, how much you save of that money is what we are going to discuss in our next episode. Thank you very much, and God bless you.